Landmines and jellyfish. Welcome back to Knives, I guess. And you know, the fact that there's vegan spam angers me exactly as much as it should. But do me a favor and hit that like button or the Mormons will pull another religion out of a hat. And we just got the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. Perfection for $30. It's a Ned Foss. So if you're not familiar with Ned Foss, they sell a lot of stuff that is either the generic mass market knives made in China for as cheap as possible that everybody gets a taste of and slaps their name on, or sometimes clones. But they got a winner on this one. And let's get into this thing. Come on. Gimme. Time! And behold the glorious countenance of the Ned Foss Tiger Roar. Boy, they know how to grab you by the short and curlies, don't they? So, I saw this thing on Amazon, and I had to get it. So, we have got basically these laser engraved bolsters on here and everything else going on. Yeah, and we do have the tiger right there. But let's take a look at what we're holding, because it'll bother you if I don't. And you know I spoil you. So, first things first and most importantly, the pocket clip is tip up, which is the Lord's carry. It ain't reversible. We got resin scales here. We got all this laser etching on the bolsters and all the furniture. And we got 3.5 inches of 440C steel with yet more design work coming in on it. And I mean, this is just glorious. And all of its, in all things, this thing is glorious. The countenance is nothing short of perfect. Now, I will say we got a backlog here, and it doesn't one hand open worth a good gosh darn. It is, and let me see if you can hear the action on this. Like Captain Crunch ain't got nothing on that. That is a very unpleasant action. Like, I have had more pleasant seasickness than the action on that. My God, like, the quality just got slam dunked in the toilet on this thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, there was a little bit of, silliness with, announcing the glorious beauty of this thing. Like, it is so tacky that I fell in love with it. Like, this is primo flea market fare right here. And I did see another one of these on Amazon, identical to this, with a different Chinese letter salad named company. It was like just a random string of letters. So I know this is one of those things where they just make a ton of them and different companies buy them up and just sell them under their own name. This could well be a clone of something, and I don't know what it is. I've got no idea. I wanted to get this so I could show you guys. You know we like playing with this trash once in a while, and we got some stuff built up to play with. Yeah, and this is another one of those things. This is the kind of knife a non-knife guy buys. Someone that's not into knives and just wants to carry something, they'll look at this and go, that's awesome, and they'll buy it and carry it and be happy for years. You know, this has the vibe of the kind of thing like a 12 or 13-year-old will buy their grandfather. Like, that's the vibe I get off of this thing. And I'll be honest, I don't hate it. Like, I don't hate it. I don't hate the looks of this thing. Like, it is tacky. The layer of cheese on it is 17 inches thick. But I don't hate it. I love stuff like this. Like, I think this falls kind of outside of, but adjacent to Mall Ninja territory. I would expect to see this at a gas station. Little surprised to see this. You know, the gas station will be for the more generic designs, the less visually stunning designs, depending on what part of town you're in. But I would not be surprised one bit to see a stack of these at a flea market. And guys would be happy to buy them. So, I mean, for the $30, just for having the glorious, awful countenance of this thing, I feel like it was worth it. You know, we're going to carry it. We're going to see how it do. We're going to feed it cardboard. We're going to do all the things with it. We might not get to it right away, but we are going to do it. The 440C, they may have something there. The last time I tested out some 440C on a Ganzo, I remember doing quite well. We weren't doing the testing the same way we're doing it now. We weren't tracking everything as closely. We weren't getting numbers on the edgeware in real time, but I remember it doing pretty dang well. So, I'm looking forward because, like, I would love for this thing to beat 8CR13 as far as edge retention and performance. That would be great. If it's got a higher HRC than 8CR13, we might have something just fun here, and it may take a crazy edge off of the 3000 grit stones and the diamond emulsion. But, we'll see when we get there. And of course, I do like the fact, listen, God, that is so awful. Oh my God, that is so awful. I gotta tell you, like, there are many things that this is rougher than, but I can't think of anything specific, creative, and hilarious right now that I haven't already used. Like, just the phrase, worse than mistaking a colostomy bag for a Capri Sun comes to mind, just one of my old go-tos. Rougher than stumbling across a box of Whoopi Goldberg's nudes, that one also comes to mind. I've used those recently, so they're kind of, one of them deserves a little extra mileage, the other one not so much. But I will say, the sheath that it comes with feels reasonably nice. I'm not sure how well this thing is going to stand up to belt carry, especially not down here at the brad where these things tend to fall apart quicker than anything else. But I am going to try it out in the sheath. This thing weighs nearly as much as a Catholic church. So let's get the scale out. And see what we have here. No, it's not drugs. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's not drugs. So we're in grams. We got the stupid metric pounds. 321 grams. 320. Let's switch to... So 11.29 ounces. Over half a pound. Over half a pound on this chonk. My God. Not like well over half a pound. Oh, man. Like, I knew it was going to weigh about as much as a boat anchor whenever I ordered it, but, knowing and having it in hand are two different things, and my God, I could probably tie this off and throw it out the window of my car and drag myself to a stop on this thing. This is going to stop numerous boats from moving. I just now saw the faked file work on the back. I love that. Like, there's so much crappiness to love here. It is hilarious. And, I've had a couple other Ned Fosses that were built better than this. The action was better, but those were absolute 100% clones. I don't like doing clones here, and if one of y'all knows what this could be a clone of, I would love to find out. Like I said, my gut, my lower intestine is telling me that this is just one of those things. They make 1 million of them in China, and a bunch of different companies buy them at wholesale prices and resell them under their own brand. I am almost entirely sure that's what is going on here. Now, the chatoyance in the resin is fairly nice. It's not as good as it should be with the kind of mica powder they have swirled in here. It should be a little bit better. That tells me the resin they use is probably like some tabletop epoxy or something like that doesn't really let it shine the way it should. It's okay. And, I would love to see stuff like this on nicer knives, better built knives, quality knives. I would love to see this on more stuff because I do like this. As someone who's done a lot of resin casting and a lot of pin turning and stuff like that, you look for stuff like this to make pins out of and small objects. They always look great. But this kind of stuff on a knife, it's kind of the harbinger of doom. You see stuff like this and either you're paying for a very high-end custom or you're getting gas station crap. I want to see more stuff like this on better made knives. The kind of stuff that we actually like to carry, the kind of stuff that we look for on the channel. I'd love to see that. The resin is cool. I can't deny it. The resin is cool. I like the resin on it a lot. I just want to see stuff like this on more stuff that I like to buy and carry. So, like I said, this thing, I just thought you guys would like to see this and laugh at it with me. It's absolutely glorious in all of its hideousness. Everything about this is absolutely ridiculous. My God. And this is the exact kind of thing, and I mean to the letter, the exact kind of thing back when I was a younger man in my early teens that friends of mine, either they'd have this that they got from their parents or something like that, and of course they'd flex with it. You know, I grew up in a rough part of town. Everybody was poor, so somebody had this. They were definitely showing it off. This is the exact kind of thing, and it was bought at a flea market. Guaranteed, bought at a flea market. There was one a few miles from the neighborhood. A lot of stuff like this came out of that flea market. So, all that being said, thanks for laughing at my crap. Subscribers, you guys are awesome. Y'all keep coming in. I appreciate you so, so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We've got our live streams, regular videos. There's plenty of activities. Comments, I love some feedback. Please, please tell me what you think about this thing. I am dying to know. But, as usual, I am going to link off to Cutting Lace EDC's Diamond Emulsion if you want to step your stropping game up. It's not an affiliate link. I'm not paid for it. I'm just helping a friend of the channel out and supporting a small business. So, all that being said, y'all have a nice day.